and I made me some hash browns because I was hungry. Yeah. And I got me some Sprite in my tumbler. No, same pajamas from last video from yesterday. Don't worry about that. They're clean. Um, yeah. So, I don't know. I just want to get on here and talk, I guess. Because yesterday I cleaned the house. I still got maybe 1 or 2 rooms left to clean, but yeah, I've been uh I've been down, you guys, again, of course, dealing with bipolar, not bipolar depression. You know all about those things. We have highs and we have lows, extreme highs and extreme lows, and it's just been a battle, y'all. Um, Still waiting on this program for disabled like myself with mental illnesses and such to get back at me with. Well, I looked in the mail today. They did write me a letter or something, so I will see later on what they sent me. But yeah, this program is taking a long time. I don't know why, but I've given them everything that they needed as far as my doctor's notes and everything. So I'm like, I'm doing my part. Y'all need to do yours. If you live in Michigan, did you feel that storm we had last night? I was so scared. My cat was scared. I slept on the floor. Every time it storms like lightning and thunder, I sleep on the floor, y'all. I get out of my bed. And my bed is right in front of the window. And so I feel and hear everything. I sure did go on that floor. Mm-hmm. Grab my pillows. But my granny and I were prepared in case the lights went out. She cracks me up. She was in a frantic last night. Get the batteries, get the batteries, get the flashlights and the radio. If y'all see me looking this way, I'm looking at my neighbors next door. They crack me up. But anyway, yeah. But I'm glad that the weather is getting better though. Nice and warm. Not too hot yet, thank God. So, yeah. I got some YouTube videos coming up soon, maybe in a few weeks from now. One will be doing my hair. And one will be a fashion haul. So I had a video shoot or whatever. I think I get the most views from when I'm doing my fashion stuff. So that's my go-to right there. They're planting flowers. Mm. I am excited to see what this note says, this letter. Hopefully it'll say you got a job coming soon and you will start dot 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 dot. I want to take, well, Granny's birthday is coming up in June, and I want to get her some tickets to see Patti LaBelle, Shaka Khan, Gladys Knight, and Stephanie Mills. Now I've told her about it already in the past, and she's like, at first she was excited, and then she said, I don't want to be around that many people. So now she said she don't want to go. But I want to save up my money and get her some tickets anyway, because I want to go. I think that'd be a cute little concert. You only live once. You gotta get out here and make some good memories. So, ain't that right, Papa? You gotta live. None of that's for you. That ain't nothing but grease. Grease on that napkin. But yeah, I think we're gonna. I don't think. I know we're gonna have a good year this year. Me and my granny are gonna have a good year. Okay. Even with my mental illness and everything, I'm going to try my best to put my, what is it, left foot or the right foot forward, whatever, and have a good time. Not let things get me down, whether I'm working or I'm not working. Just be more positive. Try to block negative energy out of my head. I know that's hard to do when you have things such as the news all in your ear and everything getting you down, because that stuff sticks with me. I'm very empathetic. I'm a must. My my doctor told me I'm an empath. Yeah, is that the word? Empath. So when I watch the news and I see certain things that are hurtful to others, like people getting killed, children getting killed, women getting killed, and things like that, murdered, and all the shootings and things, I feel that very deeply, and it triggers me. It stays in my head for a long time. Hard for me, excuse me, hard for me to sleep and get that image out of my head. That's why lately, when my grandma watches the news in the living room during around 6 o'clock, I put my headphones on and listen to music to not watch it, or go in my room and get on my computer and watch my little TV. But yeah, because I know ever since, I don't know if this has been like this before I got diagnosed or what, but it's just, it's hard for me to deal with things such as death and things like that. I know everyone's gonna die, and a lot of people are gonna die tragically. Um, you know, that's sad. But when I see things like that and hear about things like that, it just, it's like it stays in my head, and I start thinking that something like that gonna happen to me. So, with that being said, I have to try to clear all that out of my head by not watching certain movies, watching certain videos, things like that, because yeah, it's like a big trigger. Like I literally I used to love like horror stuff and things like that. I still do, but I have to monitorize what kind of horror I'm watching. Um, even like even regular movies like dramas and action or something. If I know it's gonna be a lot of death, shootings, and things like that, I try to steer away from it. I try to, say, I can't, at least not watch it at night. Try to, you know, say if I'm gonna watch it during the day, so that way I can watch something more light-hearted during the nighttime ish, um, cartoons or a family movie to try to balance that out. A lot of times, if I'm watching a horror movie and it's too much for me, and I'm starting to have nightmares or anything like that, or seeing things, because that's part of bipolar. You have hallucinations, paranoia. So if I'm starting to see things moving around, or I start seeing eyes or anything like that out of my peripheral or anything, I go to my gospel and I start watching my pastor on live stream, and that helps me a lot. So, um, yeah, that's a big thing for me. Watching my pastor, um, and a few other pastors. I don't just watch my pastor. I have a few pastors, but I watch on YouTube. They calm me down and put me in a safe space. So, yeah, um, yeah. But like getting back to the summer and everything, I plan on doing things out of the box this summer. I haven't swam in over 10 plus years in a pool. I have not been in a pool, and I said, you know what? I'm going to get me a few swimsuits this yeah before the summer comes. I'm going to order me a few swimsuits online and make some trips to the pool for the summer, because I'm not just going to just be fearful of everything. Um, Fearful of people, because I do have a fear of people, big crowds. It's gotten worse over the years. When I go to stores, I do frantic. I be frantic and um, thinking someone's, you know, staring at me, saying things and things like that, and I get claustrophobic when I'm in aisles, when I go down aisles, and I feel like things or people are closing in on me. But I take deep breaths now, and um, well, I still get a little dramatic and curse and things like that. But that's just part of my illness. That's what I do. Um, I curse at people and things like that, and have to try to reel it in, because I don't want to get hurt by someone who doesn't understand what it's like to have severe mental illness. So I try to pull it in and catch myself when I'm saying, like, get the fuck away from me or something. Like, I have to remember where I'm at um, all of that stuff because you know some people aren't sympathetic to stuff like that, and um, they'll just be like, they'll go off on me like I want going off on them, and then it'll be a big thing, and it will be fighting, stuff like that. So I have to chill. So this summer I'm gonna work on that, um, and take breath control, a lot of breathing exercises, put my head in a whole different place. If I have to go to a place of all kittens and rainbows, and that's what I'm gonna have to do to get out of that um, fearness that I have, fearness of people and things. So yeah, and I'm glad that this place, this rehabilitation place for people with disabilities, with disabilities, they're supposed to give me a class. It's supposed to be 2 weeks um, of how to deal with my emotions and you know express myself on a positive note instead of reacting. So I'm excited about doing that program, and maybe that's what that letter is about. I don't know, but hopefully I get to start that sometime next month and get that out of the way, um, so that she can place me in employment and a job, so that I can get job training, paid job training, and go from there. The lady that I'm working with is very nice though, very attentive, whatever that word is, and she is so sweet and patient with me. You know what I'm saying? Um, she doesn't judge me. She doesn't make me feel slow, because I'm not slow. That's one thing I hate, is when people confuse bipolar disorder with someone who is mentally retarded. I'm not mentally retarded at all. I'm very smart, very, you know what I'm saying? I graduated. I graduated with a full scholarship to Wayne State University. I'm very smart. I've always gotten good grades. I just happen to have this chemical imbalance that severs my mind and the way I'm thinking and the way I react and things like that. Is normal. Lots of people deal with this. Lots of highly intelligent people, lots of people with power deal with this illness. Um, I just unfortunately happen to be one of those who aren't in the high rank with it, meaning I don't have, I'm not where I need to be financially and things like that. So I can't take care of myself on my own, which is why I'm living with my grandmother, because I can't, um, I'm not there financially yet, or emotionally yet. Um, so, you know, I thank God for my grandmother, because she is my peace, and she's been there for me all my life. If it had not been for her helping me, giving me allowances and things like that, I don't know where I would be. Um, she understands the struggles that I have, so she does not judge me when I get not violent, but when I get irritable and I'm cursing and I'm getting frustrated. She does not take that to heart. She knows that Jessica's having a bad day. Let me calm down and let me let her be. And I love that. Because a lot of people in my family don't care to check on me, don't care to see what's going on with me on a daily or weekly or whatever. They don't care that I'm bipolar. They don't care to figure out what that even means for me. Um, they kind of just shun me away because of how I am, look down on me, and she doesn't do that, and I love her for that. But this is going to wrap up this video. And if you have people in your corner or in your life with mental illnesses such as bipolar, schizophrenia, anxiety, depression, whatever that may be, show them some love. Check up on them. We really want that and need that. Um, we don't want to go through this type of stuff alone, and a lot of times we are going through it alone. So just be careful and be mindful of that, and you know, be a listening ear. You don't have to just say, he or she's going through it, so I don't want to talk to that person or whatever. That's rude. You know what I'm saying? Because if you notice, a lot of people with bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, we don't live a long time. That's facts. They said we don't live a long time as the average person. Suicide in our community is very high. So, you know, to prevent that, be a lending ear. Help someone out. Be nice to someone. You never know what someone's going through with something. People think because I'm such a funny person, I'm, always smiling and uh, I don't really ask for help or anything. They think that I'm okay. I don't need nothing. But you never know what someone's going through. I mean, look at Robin Williams. He was a hilarious person and committed suicide. So just just be kind. That's all I have to say. And I love you all. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Uh, Ring that bell or whatever. And I will see you on the next one. Goodbye. I tell him eat the cookie 'cause it's good form. And when he eats the cookie, he got good form.